Hey guys, Caitlyn here. I just wanted to hop in and kind of apologize in advance. We have been having some audio issues and our audio did not pick up on our mics for the podcast whatsoever during this episode. So if it sounds a little rough, it's because it's just the audio from the camera. And we're so sorry, but we didn't want to not post this one because it's like a juicy story and I can't wait for you to listen. But yeah, apologies in advance for this not being the best audio. And we love you guys and we hope you enjoy.
Hey guys! Welcome back to Bitches in the Breakroom.
Woo!
I'm Caitlyn.
I'm Courtney, and we're your hair bitches. Yay! Kate has some interesting things to share. So I want to give a minor backstory to this guest.
Yeah, no, it has to be like a major one.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like
we're just getting right into it.
We may have touched, yeah.
Okay, go.
Let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
We may have touched on this guest before because it was, I believe, my first unhappy client.
Yeah.
So what happened was she had been in with another girl here like a year before and then came in to see me and showed up late to start. She was about 25 minutes late to start. And then also told me that she had a keratin treatment, so I was like, I need to do a test strand before we do anything on your hair because it already feels dry and I need to make sure that the keratin treatment doesn't like mix badly with the lightener.
Mind you, we asked for hair history and she never told us about that.
Until the very, very last, like as I was going to mix up, she was like, and I got a keratin treatment. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, well wait, now I need to do a test strand. Like we need to do that first. So I do a test strand. She's like, well, how much time is it going to take? I'm like, well, I'm going to let it sit for like 20 minutes and I'm going to use like a higher developer just so we have an idea on how sensitive your hair is and if it's fine. I'm like, we can kind of talk about options from there. Like whatever. She's like, okay, well, I need to be out of here before 1. And I was like, well, you weren't going to be out of here before 1 to begin with. I had you booked up until 1:30.
And she gets that in the confirmation text.
Yes.
Like it tells you the
Yes.
amount of time you're going to be there.
So showed up late, needed to be out early, and let me know right before I mixed up that she had a keratin treatment. So I had to do a test strand, which put us back another 20 minutes. Then after the test strand, I was like, okay, so it's going to be possible for me to lift it. I'm just gonna have to use a lower developer and like really keep an eye on it just to like make sure that it stays healthy, but I'm just gonna use one developer on your new growth and one developer on that previously lightened just to keep it nice and healthy. And she's like, well, I'm not gonna drop hundreds of dollars unless I leave blonde. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do the best that I can, but, and she would like cut me off as I'm saying it. And she's like, no, like, I'm not spending this today and I'm not sitting here today unless I'm going to be blonde. So if you don't have the time to get me blonde today, then I would rather just not do it at all. And I'm like walking back to Kate and I'm like, Kate, I don't know what to do right now. And you're like, well, she's not going to downgrade her ticket from a full foil to a toner. That's just not happening. Like, that's,
I mean, you could downgrade and pay the full amount, like...
Right, but she wasn't spending hundreds of dollars unless she was going to leave blonde. So I had Caitlyn hop on with me. I had everyone in the salon hopping on with me. I was foiling the fuck out of her hair, pulling foils at different times, continuing to foil. Like, everybody in the salon was, like, touching her hair at some point to, like, help me so that we could get her out on time. I told her we wouldn't have time to, like, style it. I was like, we're only going to have time to blow dry. I also strongly urged her to get a haircut because her hair was dry when she came in, and she told me I wasn't allowed to cut her hair, and I was like, okay, well, like, that is what it is, but we're going blonde and we're not cutting, so you know what you're signing up for. Anyways, got her blonde. Honestly, I feel like I really nailed her inspo photo, but as I was blow drying her, the fuse went out because I had someone hopping on the blow dry because, again, we were in a time crunch. So someone hops on the blow dry with me, the fuse goes out, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go back and switch the breaker. Like, could you move her over to this station and start her there? So I had Ayana move over with me, like, move her over to a different station. We weren't done with the blow dry. I would like to put that in out there. We weren't done with the blow dry. As I come back, I'm expecting Ayana to be blow drying. She's not blow drying. She's like looking at the client, and I'm like, what's going on? The client is sitting here like picking apart her hair. Mind you, I'd already blow dried the front section to see if she liked the tone, and she had already told me she did. So she's going through her hair now, and she's like it's so dead. It's so dry and it's so dead. And she's like literally grabbing her layers that she came in with, and she's like, what is this? And I'm like, those are your layers, and we're also not done with the blow dry. It's not smoothed yet. Like, there wasn't breakage at the bowl other than like a super normal amount. Like, it was, your hair was totally fine at the bowl. Like,
and also I strongly urged you to get a haircut, you didn't. So
yeah,
like, this is kind of like what we're at.
Yes. So it's like, you needed a cut. Like, it's gonna feel more dry today, and we're also not done with the blow dry, so it's not smoothed at all yet. Like, we're not there yet. So like, let's get there. Nope. She just kept going, kept picking at her hair, and I said, I'm gonna excuse myself for a second. Grab Kate. Kate walks over, starts talking to her. It turns into a full-blown, like, this woman is, like, actually yelling at Caitlyn in the middle of the salon. Actually, like, yelling at her, like, telling her that, like, she should know better on when she shouldn't be doing someone's hair, and, like, she, as the owner, like, should have told me not to touch her hair that day if it wasn't ready to be touched or whatever. And Caitlyn was like, no, like, you just needed a cut, and, like, the styling's not done, like, whatever. And then she starts picking apart the toner. She's like, well, also the toner, it's cooler here than it is here. And she's like, well, you know, your hair is more porous around your hairline. Like, that will come out in one wash. Like, we can also wash it now, but you're on a time crunch, so it's, like,
she was just being possible.
Yeah. And actually, like, fully screaming at Caitlyn. Apparently ended up calling later on. And like,
yeah, because so we ended the conversation with, well, this is where we're at. You got the work done.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let you leave it look like a mess. Like,
yeah,
it's not smoothed out, obviously, because yeah, you now interrupted the blow dry. But you're gonna pay. And I said, and she had to leave early because it was her bridal shower, yes, that day. So I was like, go on and pay.
Yeah.
Get to your bridal shower, because
yeah,
obviously, like, we're not gonna get anywhere today. We can't do anything.
Yeah.
At this point because of the time crunch. I said, go ahead and give me a call later, and then we can find, come up with a solution, kind of thing. And she kind of left rolling her eyes, whatever. And then she called like an hour later, which I'm like, aren't you at your bridal shower? Like, why the fuck are you calling me? But whatever. She kept calling and texting and was like, I need to speak to Caitlyn. Mind you, I'm with my client now. Like, I'm doing hair too. So I call her while my client is processing. Were you not in the room? Mm. Oh, someone was in the room with me.
No.
And she was basically saying that, like, just like how unhappy she was. And I was like, okay, well, like, the reasons you're unhappy are because of X, Y, and Z. These are things that we addressed. You didn't want the cut. Mm-hmm. Like, you're mad about your ends not feeling great. Yes, well, you need a cut. Like, if you just get a cut, problem solved. Just being so difficult. And all I was doing was explaining to her, like, all of the issues that she had. I'm like, well, this is why. Like, it's like, yeah, I am going to, like, defend myself and, like, tell you why things are happening. Like, you're not just going to, like, try to get a free service after we've already, like,
yes,
told you. Yes. Like, this, like, I don't know, the circumstances. And then she started screaming at me and calling me a gaslighter until I was gaslighting her when really I was just telling her. Yeah, like, informing her. Like, I was... People love using that fucking word.
People use it so incorrectly.
Yeah, just trying to say that I was, like, gaslighting her after telling her, like, why this was happening with her hair and, like, why it felt damaged and all this shit. And she started raising her voice at me, and I was really patient this day, I'll tell you that. I wasn't pregnant, that's why. But she started raising her voice at me, and I was like, I'm gonna hang up now because we're obviously, like, not on the same level of respect. Like, I'm not screaming at you, you are screaming at me, yes, and we're not getting anywhere. And we just, like, kind of went in circles, and I was like, this is what we can do, take it or leave it. Like, that was kind of where I ended it at. And I told her, like, the only way I would touch her hair is if, like, the respect was, like, on the same thing. So she, like, calmed down, whatever. And I was so nice, got her in the next week, got her in for a cut, gave her a free cut, which I shouldn't have because she didn't want one in the beginning. Mm-hmm. So she should have paid for that. But I just fucking swallowed my pride and I gave her a cut. And it was a cut and the toner.
Yeah, and the photo, like, you literally held it up next to her head, mm-hmm, because the photo that she was showing you was literally exactly what I put on her head. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, the toner did little to nothing.
Yeah,
in that situation.
So I gave her a cut and a toner, and she was in love with it, which I was just like, and this is why we recommended a cut the first time. Yeah. But now you love it for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because you got it for free, but
Right.
so she left all happy, tried pre-booking with me, no, said I'm not seeing new clients at the moment, like this was like a one-time thing, like I wanted you to leave happy.
Yeah.
I offered her to pre-book with her original stylist, who she used to see here, who she's always been happy with, but she didn't. So I was like, okay, well, bye, have a nice day kind of thing. That ended. And so I did right by her. I did beyond right. Like
I mean, you gave her a free service when it wasn't necessary.
Right, like when it wasn't something that we did. A couple months later, she's texting trying to get in with me again, which I'm like, why the fuck do you want to see me?
Right.
After you called me a gaslighter and like we're so nasty.
Literally like screamed at me.
And what makes you think I want to see you? Like you think that I'm just gonna see you just because you're like offering to pay money?
Yeah.
Like no. So again, we told her Caitlyn's not seeing new clients. Blah 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 blah. And then she texts again a couple weeks ago, and she goes, hold on, because I have the receipts because I need to read them because this is just like the fucking wildest thing ever.
I have literally never had a client act like that before. Like, I've never had a client so pissed off. Like, and like I felt like it, like it was crazy because I felt like it literally looked so good. Like it was so pretty, and I actually busted my ass, which is like my frustration as the stylist in that situation where I'm like, I was actually like breaking a fucking sweat, like foiling my actual life away, pulling foils, resaturating parts that needed to be like doing the works and doing them quickly and grabbing everybody for help.
Yeah, just like so unappreciative.
It was
like,
just so frustrating to me.
So she texted a couple weeks ago, sent us photos of her hair, saying that she wants to get in, and we were like, Laura has this time, what do you want to get done? So she already knew, like, it was with another stylist. We told her the other stylist's name. This is also why I like text messages, because I have all this shit in writing. So she goes, hi, are there any opening or cancellations today? Front desk goes, Laura has a 1:30, what were you wanting to get done? She goes, okay, great, I would like to balayage it. We said, go ahead and send some inspo photos of what you're wanting done. She did. Okay, she said, can you confirm for 1:30? Then I found out that this client was texting, and I was like, no.
When she texted, Addie showed it to me, and I said, you're gonna have to ask Kate about this one because I'm not super sure about that.
Yeah, so after I saw who it was, I was like, oh no, we gotta put her with a more seasoned stylist just because of the experience last time. I feel like she's just like looking for an excuse. So we went ahead and texted her and said, let's actually go ahead and put you with Isabella. She's one of our more seasoned and experienced stylists. She has the 5th at 12 or the 6th at 12:30. Then she texts out of nowhere and goes, I was hoping to get in today before I go out of town tomorrow. Can we check her schedule after the 9th? And then we said, okay, yeah, she has the 11th at 5 p.m. If that's still available, I'll take it. So that happened. She confirmed her appointment. So she knew she was seeing Isabella, which is a more seasoned stylist. Like, that was all told to her. When she got the confirmation text, it also says your stylist's name and like the time and all that. Then the day of her appointment, she texts at 9:30 in the morning, which this is a Thursday, so we don't open till 1. She texted at 9:30 and goes, hey there, I have an appointment at 3. I was wondering if Caitlyn would be free. She did my hair last and I think I prefer she did the foils. What part of I'm not seeing new clients don't you get? And what makes you think you can text the day of and try to get in with another stylist? Like, after this has been booked for a couple weeks. It just, like, I'm confused at this point.
And after multiple times of her trying to book with you and multiple times of it being communicated that you're not taking new clients. Multiple times.
Yeah, and so I texted her back at 12 as soon as I saw the text from my office at home. And I go, hey, so sorry for the delay. We don't open till 1 today. But again, I'm not accepting new clients due to my schedule. But we have you scheduled with Isabella today, who is really great, which was the plan for weeks and weeks. Like, this was nothing new. She knew that she was booked with Isabella. This was told to her. She goes, no worries. I didn't realize that you guys opened in the afternoon. Caitlyn actually did my hair before, so I'm not a new client and would prefer, if possible, if I can reschedule when she has next available. She repaired my hair and did a great job. I think I would like to only have her moving forward. And then front desk takes over at this time when we're like actually open, because she texted this at 2 o'clock. Her appointment is at 3 o'clock this day. So and then front desk texts back and goes, you were told you were going to be with Isabella today, so if we cancel, there will be a fee because of how last minute it would be. Caitlyn is not accepting new clients, so booking with her would not be possible at the moment. I know last time you saw Courtney and we're not happy, but you have seen Rachel and we're happy, and Isabella is great. That was it. Because it's just like, what? Your appointment is literally in an hour, and now you're trying to say that you want to see me an hour before, after you knew that you weren't seeing me the whole time. Like, okay. She goes, I didn't remember Caitlyn's name and assumed it was Isabella because I asked them to make note for me that I would want the owner moving forward. I realized her name after I scrolled up and saw old conversation through the thread. I tried texting earlier this morning. The texting system is delayed in response and unfortunately not very efficient. I wish I could just call and speak to a receptionist to make arrangements. I would prefer Caitlyn for bonding. I'm not a new client, but if she's not interested in keeping me, that's okay too. Our texting system is inefficient because you texted us when we were closed.
Like, what?
And I even texted you before we opened to let you know that we got your text. So how the fuck is it inefficient? Front desk goes, we do a texting system so we can track everything. If you scroll up, you see where we did tell you in December that Caitlyn is only accepting hair extension clients. At that time, when you asked to book on July 3rd, you did not specify which stylist you wanted, and each time we offered you openings, we let you know the name of the stylist who it would be. When you receive the confirmation text, it also says the name of your stylist, who was Isabella. Will you be coming in for your appointment at 3 p.m. today? If not, we will have to charge for a late cancellation due to Isabella having 3.5 hours blocked out for you. And then we texted again and said we would love to keep you as a client, but you would be a new client to Caitlyn, and she is not seeing new clients at the moment. She is also almost 8 months pregnant and will be out until December, so her schedule is extra tight. She texts back, I don't understand why you keep referring me as a new client when you can track that I've had my hair done by Caitlyn. I think
you did a free haircut on her.
Yeah, she goes, I think I'm going to pass. It's all very frustrating. Front desk says, Caitlyn fixed your hair, but you were not her original client and she has never worked on your hair fully. So because you are canceling 20 minutes before your appointment, you will be getting charged our late cancellation fee. She goes, your inefficient delayed texting system costed you a cancellation today.
It still wasn't even within, it was still within 24 hours regardless.
Yeah. I go,
if she had texted a full day prior,
yeah,
she wouldn't be getting charged. Yeah. It wouldn't be inefficient.
Right, or if we didn't answer you for days, it'd be inefficient. But we literally answered you when we
before
were closed.
opening. Yeah.
And then we said, we have texted you back every single time you text us, and we did not open until 1 p.m. today and responded as soon as we came in. Have a nice day. We will no longer be able to service you here at Cabana & Co. We are not a good fit, clearly. How fucking frustrating is that? Like, the mindset of you guys have an inefficient texting system is the reason why I'm canceling last minute.
That's so frustrating. Look, I don't want to be that girl, but it's part of who I am, so I'm gonna say it. But I said not to book her. I said not to. I knew this was gonna happen. Literally, Addie showed it to me, and I was like, I don't think we should book her.
But what are we gonna do when we're in the middle of already booking her?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it should have been caught, and like Addie did it because she's new and she wasn't even here for that situation. But like, if it was like we just saw the text and hadn't responded yet, she would not have gotten booked. But like, we were already in the middle of offering her shit. So what were we gonna like backtrack? Like, oh, actually, no, you're not coming in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. Like, I agree. I did not want her in anyway. But again, I'm just trying to have good customer service, and it always fucking bites me in the ass when I do.
I know.
Whenever I don't stand my ground and don't have boundaries, like, it always bites me in the ass.
Well, the issue is like 9 times out of 10, having good customer service is beneficial, but you can tell the people who aren't going to be happy no matter what. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, you can tell. Like, there's something, it's like the chaos in the way that they communicate and like the disrespectful tone. Yes. Yeah. It's like a toddler level of communication. Personally, I just don't think, and like, I know it's easier for me to say because it's not like my business, but like, people who are disrespectful, you've already shown me who you are. You don't deserve my respect. That is earned, and you have lost that. Like, I gave you my respect, and I gave you my honesty, and I gave you my kindness, and you did not match that. You've been disrespectful the entire time. Like, there's no appeasing that. I just feel like it's so frustrating. The whole concept of just, like, good customer service, it's really frustrating and such a hard line, and I just think that, like, as a culture, we need to all just move forward with, like, this. I think more and more people are doing it too, but, like, just being firm and just, like, being like, you've already disrespected us, we're not a good fit. Like, I just feel like that should be just, like, the clear break going forward. It's like, it's honestly gonna avoid drama. Like, it's like, if you're not happy and you're communicating to me that you're not happy, I'm not going to bend over backwards to create that when I already gave you an experience that should have made you happy.
And I agree fully with that. The fucked up thing is that people take shit so personal that, like, even if you, like, if we were to just say that to her, all hell would have broken loose. And, like, not saying, like, that's, like, why we shouldn't do that, because I agree, like, I'm all for that. But it's just, like, I also think that's why people try so hard in customer service, because it's like, well, fuck, if I don't try, they're going to chew us out live and, like, blast us on, you know, a community page. Like, we've seen it. So it's just, like, it's such a fine line. And I also, like, try to get out of my own head and, like, my position. I'm like, let me try to see where they're coming from and, like, be open-minded. But it always bites me in the ass. Literally always. And that's why then when I do stand my ground, I'm a bitch and I get a bad review, but honestly, I'll fucking take it. Like, I don't care.
Well, because it's also, like, such a small number, at least in our salon, it really is such a small number of women who act that way. Like, we've had unhappy clients who have been incredibly respectful and still remain clients. Like, you know, it's like clients come in for a revision because they just didn't like something, and they're still a normal client. They come in all the time and they're still super friendly, and, like, the difference is communication. And I feel like people who right out the gate, I also have a pet peeve, and I don't want this to come off as too controversial or disrespectful, but in the same conversation, I don't think we should be bending over backwards to book clients that can't follow basic instruction on how to book. That is something that frustrates me a lot, when it's like going back and forth. Like, if a client's booked without photos being sent, right? But they were asked multiple times for photos. Why are we booking someone who doesn't know how to answer a question? Like, that is something frustrating to me. Like, communication, I think, is just such a huge indicator on the kind of client. Like, you don't care enough to answer my questions, or if you don't, like, I mean, you don't care enough to read what I'm sending you. I'm emphasizing the text and you're still not doing that. Like, things like that frustrate me. I'm frustrated when clients are disrespectful about not liking something, because it's like, we're adults. I don't know why it's so hard to communicate your needs as an adult. Like, have you never had to do that in your life? I don't get that. I just think communication is, like, the biggest indicator on the kind of person, and people who can't communicate adequately from the start and people who can't communicate adequately after a result, both ways, they're just not ever going to be happy, and they're not people worth, like, putting energy into. That's my opinion.
Yeah. No, I agree. I just think it's hard as, like, a business owner. Like, you're always trying to, like, see all sides, and just, like, I just try to be extra understanding.
Of course.
But, no, I agree for sure on that. Like, it's definitely annoying and, like, a reflection of someone's personality when they can't, like, follow, like, basic instructions in the most simple way. But I know this chick just, like, really fucking pissed me off, and I never usually blast clients on here, and I still didn't blast her. Like, no one knows who she is, whatever, and, like, never will. But, like, I just wanted to share that because it's just so insane. It was like nothing was gonna make you happy unless you saw me. But I am a gaslighter to you, so why the fuck do you want to see me so badly? Even after we told you, like, I'm not seeing, like, you're not, like, respecting what we're saying. Like, if I said I'm not seeing new clients, I'm not seeing new clients. Like, that's it. Like, I don't know. It's so wild.
Well, and her, like, repeatedly saying that she's not a new client because you saw her for a revision. Like, you were just doing that because she was clearly feisty about me. Like, So you were just like taking it for the team in that situation. She wasn't your client. Like,
no.
You literally were just appeasing her frustration. Like, you did a cut and like a toner. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like, I don't know, it's like her acting like that makes her a client is like super confusing to me. Like, I don't know. Like,
that has
didn't
to be
even
one
pay.
of the most frustrating. Just even that whole thing with the cancellation thing really pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah.
And she blocked the card, so we couldn't even charge it.
Yeah.
So on top of all that, I literally wanted to just scream because I'm like, you just blocked out all this time on someone's schedule and just fucking dissed them.
Yes.
And now we're 20 minutes before. And for what? Because you knew the whole time. Like, it's just like so nasty. Like, how do you...
It's
and
so
in her brain, it's so justified, and like it'll never.
Oh yeah.
It'll never like click with her.
Yes.
And it's just so fucking rude. It's so rude that she did that, and I just.
It is so frustrating too because like I am just in general in life a kind of person who I choose to see the good in people to a fault. So I completely understand that concept of like, you know, like trying to see her perspective first and like trying to appease her and like make her happy. Like, I get that because I've had like I think 2 other like revision appointments before, and both of them, I mean, one of them she was just on
she wasn't here.
God bless her
anymore.
God bless her. Yeah, God bless her. And like I didn't blame her for that. I wasn't mad about it. Like, it was just like a what the fuck is going on. And then the other one, it was like I can understand, like, I gave you what you asked for, but I can also understand where a miscommunication could have fallen. You know, like, I can see the differences.
Yeah, we're super like it's
very reasonable.
Yeah, it's so reasonable. So that's why when someone is like, it's almost like a power trip thing. Like, when someone's just like arguing still when you're being offered solutions, I'm just like, what the fuck do you want?
Totally.
Like, do you just want it for free? Because
I mean, that's usually, I feel like that's usually why though. Like, I feel like people only act like that when they want something for free or they want a refund. Like, that's literally the only time.
Yeah, and I feel like you can read when someone wants shit for free.
Oh,
like, I know immediately. Like, if you start telling me one thing is an issue and then I like dispute it or like give you a solution to it and you still start finding other issues, I'm like, wait a minute, so which one is it? Because
right.
You just said 3 different things, and I'm like, at this point, and you keep like hinting like how you shouldn't have to pay full price. I'm just like, so you're just looking for a discount, which you will not be getting from me, because I'm like, that is one thing I don't do is discounts.
No, if your hair has been completely butchered, sure. I think like if you leave with hair that looks absolutely terrible and it's cooked and it's fucked, I mean, I would be the one to volunteer.
Yeah,
I'd be like, I don't know what the fuck happened. You're not paying for this. This is fucked. Like, that's terrible.
But
that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen here.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a client leave with like ugly hair. Like, they leave with good hair. It might not be what they wanted, and so like that's another conversation. You don't get a discount just because you don't like how what you wanted looks on you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's so frustrating to me.
Yeah,
I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so that really pissed me off. But there's the tea.
Yeah.
There's a little story time.
You know, it happens to all of us, guys.
Yeah, it really does. And like, they're all learning lessons. Like, I learned from that too. Even though like I felt like I handled that with so much grace, but like in hindsight, like the second she started like calling me names, I should have just hung up and been done. But you live and you learn. Yeah, what can you do?
Yep. Yeah, I think it's a good, it can translate to all areas of life, but I think the moral of the story here is don't bend over backwards for people that have shown you they don't deserve it.
Amen. I love that. If anyone thinks I'm wrong, let me know. But I don't think I am. I really don't.
Oh my god.
What the fuck? Well, on that note, we're gonna skedaddly do, because I have an appointment that I have to rush to. I'm so sorry that this is so late, and I'm so sorry that the audio is now the YouTube audio. We've been having technical difficulties, but we love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. I can never do the outro.
Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Bitches in the Break Room. Caitlin's Instagram.
Caitlyn Cavan Hair.
Mine's Courtney Cab Hair. And we'll see you bitches next week.
Love you. The way I'm still talking into the mic.
I know, I'm dead.
Working.